Is your self-care routine starting to feel like a list of chores? Because if so, that ain't it. Most people start off with these lofty intentions of setting up complicated self-care practices and creating these complex goals only to end up falling off balance. Tip number one is going to be to make sure that the activities you're engaging in directly address your stressors. This way you're actually getting some added benefit or something from this practice instead of just doing things that aren't helping you. So of course, the first thing that you're going to do in this area is probably just go ahead and make a list of everything that's currently stressing you out, and then begin to categorize them like physical stressors, mental stressors, emotional stressors. And then what you can do is find activities that fit within those categories. That way you know that the things that you're doing are going to actually benefit you and help you out. If you need a little bit of help in this area, in the description box, I'm going to include my free self-care ideas list, and it has a number of activities already categorized for you in order to help you get going. Tip number two is going to be to use incense or high quality essential oils. Aromatherapy is a very small touch that you can add to your self-care routine that will give you tons of physical, mental, and emotional benefits. Scent is also the scent's most strongest link to memory, and you can use this in your favor. If you're someone who likes incense, I would advise perhaps getting one or two different varieties and lighting one in the morning and one in the evening. And perhaps if you're going to do your self-care practice in the morning or in the evening, after a certain period of time, your mind will become used to this scent and it will begin to look forward to it. And whenever you light that incense, it will then signal to your brain it's time to relax, de-stress, and decompress. And if you're someone who does have a particular interest for incense, then you definitely have to try out the hand-rolled incense from the HIYERAlignment shop. These are luxurious incense rolled on lavender stems, and they are coated in crushed clear quartz. If you know about crystals, then you know clear quartz holds your intentions, so you can speak your intentions and your positive affirmations over these incense, charge them in the sun or the moon, however you prefer, and go ahead and light them and use them in your self-care practice. I'll link these incense in this video and also include the link in the description box. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and check those out as well. And for essential oils, many people are familiar with calming oils like lavender or chamomile. I would advise you to venture out a little bit. Some of my suggestions are clary sage. This is a very, very calming and relaxing essential oil. I diffuse it and sometimes I'll even put it in my bath. And if you're looking for something more grounding, then I would suggest cedarwood or sandalwood. Go ahead and give those a try. Tip number three is going to be a change in lighting. A change in lighting is once again a very easy and simple thing that you can do to shift the mood in your environment. So you can turn the lights completely off and then just light your environment using candles or maybe LED lights, or perhaps you even can dim them. Some LED lights also have the ability to change colors, so you can shift the color in your room or in your environment, and that will also add a little extra something. Your tip number four is going to be adding in sound. Using solfeggio frequencies or subliminal affirmations is another thing that you can do to shift the mood in your environment. Both of these are types of ASMR. I have some playlists here for you on the HIYERAlignment YouTube channel. If you don't know about solfeggio frequencies or subliminal affirmations, typically you're going to find them embedded in this calming meditation music. So you're getting the benefits of these healing frequencies or these positive affirmations spoken just below conscious hearing level. It allows you to shift your physical energy, your emotional energy. And if you're using the subliminal affirmations, it's another way to influence your unconscious mind during your self-care practice. If you're not interested in those, you can also just use like lo-fi music or whatever your favorite type of music is. Other people may want to use sound healing instruments like Tibetan singing bowls or chimes. This is a Tibetan singing bowl, so this is an example of a sound healing tool that you can easily find on Amazon or probably in any metaphysical shop in your area. And they're very easy to play. People use them in various ways, but once again, it's another way to add just a bit of sound and a bit of calming stimulation to your self-care practice. If you are interested in solfeggio frequencies and subliminal affirmations, I'm going to include the link to my playlist that contain both of those, so you can check those resources out. Tip number 5 is going to be adding in food elements. So you can add in something very simple like fruits or vegetables, nuts or seeds, even things like teas and beverages and elixirs. These small things will allow you to nourish your body, and some self-care practices will definitely need that. Once again, if we think back to tip number 1, having activities that directly address your stressors, perhaps you find that you're someone who is a bit physically stressed. Maybe you haven't been eating like you need to. So adding in a small snack or some type of food element that's going to allow you to relax, get that pleasure, get that comfort, but also nourish yourself will definitely add to your self-care practice. Now, I did say that I have 5 tips for you, but I actually thought about it and I want to give you a 6th bonus tip. And of course, here on Higher Alignment, we really always talk about metaphysics and emphasize these types of tools to give you a bit of a boost in your self-care practice and personal development. A very popular tool are crystals. Crystals are very easy to find. Crystal practice is very flexible. People do it in different ways. You could have a certain crystal that you are using for a certain theme or element or goal or characteristic you wish to develop in yourself. Crystals, you can program them to those intentions and then use them in various ways. So I have some examples for you. A very popular way of using crystals is very much just crystal jewelry. You can wear it on your person, and as long as you are open and you allow for the influence of that energy, it will influence your auric field. I have some different examples for you. Here I have an ocean jasper link bracelet with a magnetic clasp, made of copper, completely handmade by yours truly. We also have another example here. Here's a malachite bracelet. Malachite is very, very useful for transformation and personal development. This one has a lobster clasp. If you like talismans and necklaces, this is a fairy quartz necklace. Very useful for self-transformation as well. It helps with all of the chakras if you're interested in chakra work. And we previously also talked about adding in food elements like elixirs and teas. If that's something that you're interested in, you could even check out items like spoons that have crystals on them. This is an elite noble shungite, and it is very useful for purification and cleansing. If you're interested in handmade crystal jewelry or metaphysical products, I'm going to have all of these items linked in the video, and you can also check out the description box below for a link. And for the first 10 people, I'm going to give you a discount code for 15% off your order. Check the description box below for that code. If you are looking for more specific information on how to develop a self-care practice that is very, very effective and customized just for you, then I would advise you to check out the Learning Myself workshop series. This is a 5-part series. It contains more than 6 hours worth of content and a fillable workbook, and it helps you to learn to prioritize yourself in various ways, including identifying and engaging with your passions, interests, and hobbies, developing, satisfying, fulfilling meaningful goals in your life, as well as also setting up an effective self-care practice. I'm going to include the link to that workshop series in the description box below, as well as a code for the first 10 people for 50% off. My name is Aaron. I am a certified metaphysical life coach. If you have enjoyed this content and this information, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. Check out the other resources that are here on the Higher Alignment YouTube channel, and I will see you here for the next video or practice.